So we're talking about the word no, and we end up saying no, the word no way more often than we say yes. I mean, most of us anyway, until we learn how to say yes more often. That's what we'll be talking about today. But we end up saying no way more often, and studies show that lots of people end up saying no way more often. And when we say no, we're not only talking about the word no, Ma, can I go here? No. Do you want to go? No. No sounds like all kinds of wonderful things, like don't waste your money or time on that, or it's not going to work, or I'm just saying this out of love or concern, or playing devil's advocate here. All kinds of things like that are also ways of saying no. Or, oh, I'm not going to do that. My kids won't like it. Or you tried that already. Or I tried that already. Or I already have plans. Now, what's going on? Why do we say no so often? Even though if we thought about it, we might end up saying a yes. It's because we kind of like think of it this way. Our brain wants to protect us, and keep us safe. What exactly does it want to keep us safe from? We'll talk about that in a minute. But our brain doesn't like new things. It likes to know things that next to certainty. It likes to know what we're doing and we're going to keep safe. So it says no. It doesn't like the idea. It says no. Actually, if you think about it, sometimes when we have a quick no, like, do you want to do this? No. That's actually coming from our protective part, not coming necessarily from our thinking part. If we actually thought about it, hey, maybe it's worth going, maybe it's worth doing this, inconveniencing myself because the memories are worth it, or for the relationship. But so many times we just say no. I'm not talking about the people pleasing saying yes. That's a whole different thing. We're talking about when we just say no just because we don't want to do it. We want to be keep ourselves safe. So what's going on? The protective part says no and wants to keep us safe, and that actually doesn't even talk to our feel alive part, feel our excited, feel fulfilled part, or even our thinking part. So our self-protective part, here's the situation, here's the new, and sometimes it will say no automatically just to protect us. And sometimes it actually says, hey, that's interesting, or I know that's safe. Yeah, let's go to the practical side. How can we make that happen? But too many times we end up saying no, even though we really wanted to say yes. So it's worth questioning that no, or actually not even say, why did I just say no? Actually ask ourselves, what is my protective self trying to protect? Protect me from what? And many times it's protect me from my embarrassment, or I don't want to make a mistake, or I want to keep my identity, I don't want to lose my identity. So let's really unpack what that no is, what that self-protection is doing. Now think for yourself of a time that you said no. Maybe you rethought it and should have said yes, but think of the no that you said. Think about what was going on, who asked, what was going on for you, what mood were you in, what was it about, who else was impacted. Like really try to conjure up that no. What was going on for you at that point? What was that no? Now ask yourself, don't ask yourself, why did I say no? Ask yourself, what was that no trying to protect? Was it trying to protect my ego, or protect me from making a mistake, or from failure, or from embarrassment, or from my family reputation? Like, what was that no trying to protect? Then once you have that clear, ask yourself, was that a real safety issue? Or was that a comfort issue? Was it an identity issue? Was I really unsafe? And coming from that, you may actually come to say, I want to reconsider that. Of course, you can always reconsider, and you can always come back and say, I thought about it, and let's try that. Or you may want to come, I thought about it, and I'm willing to try it with this caveat, or whatever it is. But just because you said no in the past, it's worth exploring, is there a yes in here? Not a yes so that you can say yes to say no, but really, maybe I can actually say yes to the situation. So we're actually questioning that no with, what is it my protective self trying to protect? And is it really in danger, or is it really protecting my comfortability or something else?